When we speak about people from villages and rural areas, we should not forget or neglect the issues and problems faced by people living in urban suburbs and even the cities. If you watch the complete video before coming into a conclusion, it will help you. Most of the time, we speak about people deprived of facilities in the villages and rural areas. But they have also showed us something with time and over the years, that is to develop fluency to reach that milestone with consistency. And I'm not saying that people from the other parts or other factions of the society do not work on their skills with consistency. I am speaking about skills. And skills do not have any partiality. It will find its way if you pay attention with consistency. Now, first thing is when it comes to villages and rural areas, definitely people may face issues with resources. They have limitations. They have limited mentoring, guidance, and sometimes the internet facilities, the internet speed may not be stable. But that is also applicable to different parts of the suburbs, the towns, and other factions of the society. Because today, English can be mastered. Any language can be mastered, irrespective of your background and where you come from. And we have seen it. We are living in the digital era. But there is something that I would like to share through this video. Welcome to another content on my channel. My name is Rini Rose Matthew. I'm a CELTA certified tutor. I've been training many people from different parts of the country and some parts of the world. So, from my experience and my observation, let me begin with something that I did. When I was a child, I had limited resources. I've already spoken about this through one of my videos. I did not have access to all the books I really wanted to refer to. And you know that teachers and professors always speak or they discuss portions and areas from the syllabus, from the curriculum. I began getting engrossed in mentoring and mentorship only after my post graduation. And that is when I got to know about the essence and the significance of being under the mentorship of one person. But today we are living in the digital era. And today the problem is not with deprivation. The problem is not with scarcity of resources or people. It's only that we don't know how to filter. We have unlimited resources, and you are watching me on YouTube. YouTube itself is a big platform, a huge platform, a magnanimous platform where you can filter and learn a lot of things: craft, arts, anything about medicine, language. When you listen to some of the successful learners from villages and rural areas, now you may think, how do you know about this? I've been taking sessions for some people from different parts of the country. I told you that. And many months back, I had a conversation with a person who belongs to a farmer group, a farmer's family. So this conversation reiterated that the more you're deprived of something, the more you value that. For example, if it is English, when you're deprived of learning the language, you understand the significance of learning a language, not just English, but even the skill, developing the language skills. But when you have time, when you have everything available 24/7, you may not realize the importance. Now, one important learning from people who belong to the villages and rural areas is that they are deprived of certain facilities. They may not have the resources all the time. So what do? They make the most of it when it is available. Whenever it's available, they make the most of it. This is something that we can learn from them. But we cannot generalize. Every time we conduct discussions and debates and also analytical conversations about people belonging to the rural and village areas, we need to understand that so many things are circumstantial and situational. There is no rule, there is no generalized idea saying that people belonging to other factions of the society are not deprived of facilities. I know many people who have situational barriers, hindrances, not because they did not go to an English medium school. It's just because that they are deprived of it even now. They cannot think of learning a language. It's beyond their imagination. It's not because they don't want to. It's not because they don't have the resources. It's simply because the external factors have a great impact. It is creating obstacle every other day. I would say new obstacles. So when it comes to villages and rural areas, of course, they are deprived of certain facilities, and it is good to give them some leniency and we need to be flexible with the sessions. Like, for example, I had a learner who used to take sessions from the terrace. It's just because he could get the full network coverage there on the terrace. So that is why he took lessons from there, and he belonged to the village, the rural area. Of course, there was progress because he worked consistently post sessions. And he also told me that he didn't have access to electricity all the time. Now, these are things that we are not deprived of. Now, I'm not living in a metropolitan city now. I can assure you that, but I've been to a metropolitan city. I've lived there. I know that many people don't encourage speaking English here, just like you. So it's always the local language, the regional language. But what I would like to tell you is people love reading. Whether it's a regional language, whether it is in English or any other language, they just love reading and they are getting into the reading clubs. Now, leaving that aside, today's topic is all about village and rural areas. Many times people just focus and put things on a pedestal thinking that we need to give discount only to those people who are deprived. No, it's not like that. There are so many people facing problems. There are a lot of people who are not able to access resources even now. I don't know whether you know about this. You may assume, you may generalize thinking that everybody belonging to a metropolitan city, everybody coming from the urban areas and the suburbs are able to access anything. Now, let's take the YouTube because YouTube is a perfect example. When it comes to YouTube, you have so many channels giving you resources, you don't have to pay. And if there is a necessity to pay, don't go for that. Just look at the channel. That's what I do. Look at the channel. And if you have a lot of resources working on the skills, you can listen to it one by one. Your time is important. You have to take that effort. For example, when you scroll down and look at the videos, when you watch every video, it focuses on skill, language skills, communication skills, and guidelines with activities along with that mental health. And also, I include some book reviews, only the books that I experience. Now, this is to help you with additional inputs to help you with skills. Now, I created this channel so that so many people from other parts of the country who are deprived of training sessions, speaking platforms, or even courses, certification can access and get some idea. Because self learning can really do magic. Even if you enroll in a place, even if you're under the mentorship of a person with reference to skills, you can get the guidance for some time. But after that, you may have to get immersed and engrossed in self learning. When you listen to success stories from rural areas and villages, they have been consistent. But what are the resources that they use? Most of them use the books that are available. They purchase secondhand books or they get hold of books that belong to different people, children, adults. And at the same time, they listen to a lot of videos on YouTube where they capture words. It's just like capturing something on the camera. They capture the words, they capture the sentences, and many of them write notes. You won't believe. Many people from the villages and rural areas write notes. Now, the problem with 70% of the people belonging to other factions of the society is that you have everything available 24/7. You just haven't realized the importance of learning something, or it's only because of time constraints. But there are certain things where you cannot generalize. There are certain areas in life where you need not generalize. Now, listen to me very carefully. When a medical emergency hits you, for example, if it is an advanced, serious illness with a health, like transplanting your organ, or if it's cancer, if it is chemotherapy treatment, or something that requires long term treatment, do you think people from the metropolitan cities, suburbs, and towns will be happy to take sessions or even learn at a consistent pace? No. It's not possible. Now, this is applicable to anyone. It can be applied to anyone. And today we see the middle class people struggling a lot. We have reached a point where we question caste, class, and also the roots. But at the same time, we have people in the society and communities who have this biased notion. They marginalize, they discriminate. We cannot say that we are totally free from those ideas that existed maybe 50 years back, 100 years back. Of course, the grip is less, maybe it has become weak, but still it's there. You can't deny that. When you assume that the other factions of the society get access to anything that they want, it's wrong. Because financial stability, medical emergency, and education, all these three things can really hit you at different levels. I can read that experience from the language counseling sessions and training sessions, because there people connect from different parts of the country and from different parts of the world. Of course, they share their experience with good mentors and teachers and professors, but at the same time, there is scarcity. What is this scarcity about? We are deprived of mentorship, not knowledge and information necessarily, because I think 25, 50 years back, we didn't have access to resources. When you really wanted a book, of course, you wouldn't have had access to that book. This is what happened to me. I didn't have access to all the books that I wanted on my reference list. But today you have access to everything. The only thing is you need to pay and get it, or you have to find who can really give you the resources. But even if you have all these resources, mentoring, mentorship, guidance, direction, it's like I have everything on the table, but which direction is to be taken? I have all the directions in front of me, four or even more than that, but which one is to be taken? Which path? What is it that I have to do? Where to begin from? Those are the questions. Some of you feel that villages and rural areas are always given discount. They're always taken into consideration. It's not like that. They put in a lot of effort. And when they put in effort and when they have financial problems, of course, discount is given by any platform. I mean, genuine ones. Even I do that. But suppose medical emergency hit me. It has happened in the past. I've already shared about so many phases, so many health issues. Even the serious health issues I'm referring to, it's there on my channel. Just scroll down. Something that happened in 2021. Then I couldn't give discount because then I was working with speaking platforms and also writing platforms. The emergency hit me so badly. And I had to do something for the family. I had to do something for myself. I'm sure that you would have gone through such crisis. I had so many situations where I didn't have access to many things despite it being there right in front of me. It's also easy to get carried away, get immersed, and dissolve in this notion of being deprived of something in life. The challenge is when you're deprived, how do you find the way? I'm speaking about that 40% of the population who really want to come out of it, who do not get immersed in the comfort zone. Leave the others. Leave the others who just want to be in the comfort zone. I know people from villages and rural areas also who just keep on complaining. And when you ask them, do you have internet at home? They say, yes, it's there 24/7. I'm speaking about those areas having accessibility to steady network, not the others. When you don't have the interest, when you don't have that willingness to move forward, when you don't want to push yourself to take that effort, then you will never find the way that's already there right in front of you. You will always convince yourself by finding more excuses. It's like giving space to the enemies that always help you with procrastination. And the enemy is within you. Most of the time, we have people who are affected by the external factors. Because generally, we say motivation comes from the action that you take. But when some people really want to take the action, there can be something coming in the way, and that is very personal, that is circumstantial, that is also situational. You may not have, you wouldn't have faced such situations, I'm not sure, but if at all you have been choked, in the sense if you have been shattered sometime in life, you would have gone through this, you would have experienced it. I've gone through such situations in life where I really wanted to take the effort when it comes to skills and learning, but maybe because of external factors, I was not able to do it. So sometimes when you have the will, also situations may not be favorable, but finding a way out later, maybe after 6 months or 1 year, because whenever you have that innate passion, the universe always helps you. Initially, you may not have everything on the platter. Maybe just one way would open, one path would just open and show you the light. It may just lead you somewhere. You have to take the first step and then figure your way out. Who's stopping you? Who's forcing you also at the same time? But this is a note to everybody, irrespective of where you belong to, villages, rural areas, cities, whatever it is. Remember that things are beyond your imagination. You may think that everything that you see on social media is true. Wow, the person has got everything. You're not deprived of anything. No, it's not like that. They would have come a long way, a hard way. I think most of the YouTubers share it on the platform, on their channel. They have the liberty to do that. Similarly, when you talk to your friends, to your colleagues, or people who are sincere and genuine, you would have come across such experiences, just like the ones that you're facing now. I learned so many things from YouTube. So recently, I began on calligraphy. I always wanted to master this, but I've just begun. It's so difficult. I just want to learn something different, which I was not able to do when I was a child. Maybe I didn't have access. Though I was brought up abroad, I didn't have the access at that time. Now I'm making the most of it because I got a master from a place who can really teach me online. Skills are not closed to anyone. The door is always there. The key is also there somewhere. You just have to explore, experience, and find the key. Find the right key to the door. When it comes to language skills, I have given too many methods on my channel. Still more are coming up. The book reviews, listening skills, everything is focused on skills. Reading, writing, listening, speaking. Writing cannot be taught to a person, but it is a combo. Like everything meet. All the other skills meet here. Okay, it's also part of output that you give after learning something. The main problem with some learners, I think 70% of the learners, is that they assume, they imagine based on their prior experience. They think that whatever they know is correct. Of course, it is true to their knowledge. And whatever they know, they just vomit, they regurgitate on paper or on some platform. People who achieve everything in no time, in the sense, people who fake achievement, people who fake accolades and things like that, or even professionalism. I also spoke about an interview experience. We come across a lot of employers who just fake many things. It's transitory, it's not going to stay with them forever. When your intentions are true, there will be a power. If you don't believe in that power, the universe will definitely work. Happy learning.